And we are good to go.
All right, welcome to Subjectively Correct, episode 357 or 9. Kind of depends on your opinion, I guess. Yeah, we're back. We are absolutely back. I have released a video since the last one. Jake has not. Uh, Although I have received more dislikes than Jake, if you want to look at it a positive from Jake.
That's
So,
true.
how are you doing?
You have more haters than I do, so.
Okay, bro. I had the audacity. Okay, I have like 10 comments on my new video, and the thing that's hilarious is it's not even like arguing against my criticisms of the show, which are all valid, by the way. It's literally they're just mad that I said it was forgotten.
Yeah, because like
Which
four
like
people watched it.
okay, it's hyperbole. Obviously, everyone in the world didn't forget Creature Commandos existed. All right. But what makes a better YouTube title and thumbnail? A black and white photo that says forgotten in giant bold letters and then James Gunn's forgotten DCU project, or remembered by 50 people, James Gunn's least viewed DCU project. Like, bro, the other one's catchier. That's why it's got 710 views and is my second most viewed video. So, suck it. Suck it, Gun Bros. Hey, Gun Bros, remember kindness is the new punk rock. Maybe try it out sometime.
No, it's only punk rock if it's in a movie and it's a character that's not punk rock.
I don't
Idiot.
even care about that. It's just funny to me that it's the people who are gonna be like, he's the greatest filmmaker ever, and then like they believe that, but then they'll just completely ignore the theme that they were supposedly getting from the greatest movie ever made.
It's like, all right, bro. Superman's all
Did you
about
watch-
kindness.
Did you watch my video?
I haven't yet, no. I'm a busy
Holy-
I'm a busy guy,
Holy
bro.
this guy. Bro.
I'm a busy guy.
I know. I know you're on your phone for at least 2 hours before you go to sleep at night, bro.
No, I'm busy until until I go to bed. I'm busy, and then I'm on my phone for like an hour, and I stay up way.
Okay.
No. And I stay up way later than I should. And then
Let's see, 2 seasons in an episode of Invincible. I've watched all of Tulsa King, which I know you didn't tell me to watch, but still, point stands. All 3 extended edition Lord of the Rings in IMAX.
Okay, well, you can't hold that against me. I also saw
can.
one of
I
those,
can.
and I've seen all of them.
No, I can still hold it.
I've watched a lot of stuff since then. Multiple of your videos.
Multiple
This is
YouTube
rage
videos.
bait. I've watched
and
your
not-
videos since then.
Not 5 minutes of Mobland from this guy. Not even 5.
This is true.
A YouTuber who used to watch in 8th grade who didn't upload returned and has uploaded 3 videos in the time sooner, more recently than a rants and reviews with Jake video.
That's true. That his return coming before me dropping another video was actually the craziest
Hey,
thing.
Terminalist is out. I'm expecting a video by the weekend.
All right.
No more excuse for that one, big dog.
I know.
Been prepping. I was extremely busy, like real busy, not Jake made up busy yesterday.
I'm busy. I have
Like I
actual
said, I was
work
real
to do.
busy.
I have actual work to do.
So I was like actually busy yesterday. So I didn't get to pay as much attention to the episodes today. So Jake should have at least be the one
notes.
who's going to be directing it mostly.
I have notes.
Essentially, so this was episode 5 of Peacemaker, so there's 3 left.
Yes.
And then the finale of Dark Wolf. And apparently, like they've been hyping up the last 3 Peacemaker episodes as like it's a completely different show, which I can totally understand why. Because to me, it seems like we might actually have a plot going now.
Yeah,
Felt like there was actually some plot introduced in this episode.
It was like if you took these 5 episodes and made it 1 hour-long episode, that would make sense.
I just find it hilarious. Okay, I might get into conspiracy theory realm here. Maybe it was always that she was gonna be a cyborg, and so that's why her acting is so horrible. Conspiracy theory time. I'm fairly certain that they got through a couple episodes of this show, and they were just like, "Holy crap, this chick can't act. We need to make her a robot." Because Sasha Bordeaux, who has been operating like AI, which you know what, I give him. I will assume the best here. I will be the
Maybe
most gracious possible,
maybe she's a
and
really good
just
actress, and she's
I can't believe
and
that.
she's
No, that's one step too far. All right, this is. uh, I will. I will be gracious here and just say she's just acting as a robot because that's the character. But I feel like I also deserve forgiveness for if that was the case the whole time, since everyone else and everything else in this show is stupid. Just assuming they probably got someone who can't act, you know?
yeah. Yeah, they were like, "Wait, you're really bad at acting and both simultaneously over and underact in the same scene? We'll do that."
Bro, it's weird. She's not. I gotta check. Hold on, let me check. Is she an
But
original character?
in all honesty, there's not very many good actors
Okay. You
in
know what? You know
Peacemaker.
what? Seems like real character, cyborg background before the Peacemaker show.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
All right, you're not a terrible actress. Okay, it just you really got screwed over by them not bringing up the cyborg thing sooner.
Yeah.
Because holy, it was bad in that one episode. I think it was 3.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is terrible. But I even if it was a retcon, I'll at least tip my hat for them being like, holy, this is terrible. We can't do this. We have to do the so. But you know what? There's the background. Sasha Bordeaux's a cyborg in comics. So cool. I'll give it to you. Whatever. All right. I mean, I don't know where. I guess we should probably start with going all the way through with Terminal List, just because that's the title of it. And we're now done with the Dark Wolf.
All right, let me.
If you wanna take over that. Apparently, also State of Play. So the PlayStation State of Play is happening right now. So if any big announcements, i.e., Wolverine, is made, I will keep an eye.
Bro,
on it.
when did they first show that like
So
early
before
footage?
Miles Morales came out.
Yeah, because they showed like early game footage like years ago.
Yeah, I don't think it's I don't know what's coming out.
I don't.
Well, they never actually showed game footage. It was all a pre-rendered cut, like a pre-rendered trailer.
Yeah, that's what it was. But they showed that like
I think it's
2
had
years
a
ago,
lot
3
of-
years ago.
it's had some problems.
Yeah,
I think seemingly.
I would think so.
There's been some COD stuff. Apparently, the Zombies is going to be in the beta weekend, which is upcoming. Unfortunately for me, the beta is the same weekend as Ghost of Yotei comes out, so I will not be playing Ghost of Yotei for like a week after it comes out because COD beta runs all week, so I'll be doing that mostly. Real quick, Marvel Zombies currently 65% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
That sounds about right.
yeah, and that's probably a bit high praise. You know, just tracking based off other typical things. I probably won't watch it. Maybe I will. I don't know. Maybe I should. I feel like I've been triggering the Gunn Bros a bit. You know what? Maybe it's my fault because I put James Gunn in the title.
Yeah,
Bro,
you summoned
there was
them,
some
bro.
crazy. There's some crazy glaze in the comments. Like one of the comments had like a bunch of emojis, and it was like it'll never be forgotten because it's in James Gunn's DCU, and I was just like, what? But I guess it is a massive show. So Jake, how was your daily Creature Commandos conversation with your roommates today?
Okay, so every day, me and my roommates wake up and we talk about Creature Commandos for. I mean,
Few hours at least.
What time did I got up at like. I got up at like 6 a.m. today. Took a shower and then we talked about Creature
I have
Commandos.
the most janked up.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I didn't realize when I grabbed it out. I felt like some of it on here, but I don't normally just look at the lid of my until I got out into the car and realized how jacked up it was.
But yeah, so I got up around 6, showered, got ready, and
Got
then
my Bible here, as you can see, J for James Gunn. Read this every day, so that I get the wise words of James Gunn. It talks a lot about his wife in there and all of his cuck things that he likes a lot. So
Anyway, as I was saying, woke up around 6, got ready. My roommates had gotten up at like 4 a.m. They'd already been talking about Creature Commandos for like 2 hours.
they rewatched it all before you got
they
up.
rewatched and talked about it before I got up, so I felt like
Because
a bum.
it'll never be forgotten.
Because they'll never forget it. It's their favorite show of all time. And then I come down. We talk about Creature Commandos till like 9 o'clock, and then I've got to go to class. I come back for
During class, though, you're watching theory videos about Creature Commandos Season 2,
Yes.
which is happening because it's such a big success.
Yes,
that no one
during
forgot
class,
about.
I was watching theory videos, and then I watched the finale again just because it's my favorite. And then I have like
The finale is so bad. This is like the worst episode of the show.
I have like a
There were decent
2-hour
parts.
break. 2-hour break between classes. Came home. We talked about Creature Commandos for the whole 2 hours. Went back to class. Ignored my professor.
Your professor.
Just watched more.
You told me about this. Though. Your professor canceled class so y'all could watch Creature Commandos as a class.
Yes, I got there and it was already playing, and I was like, "Oh my god,
Well,
this
don't
is
you
the
have a
best
film
class of all
class?
time." It's
So you
like
probably analyzed it.
it's
constantly, right?
it's like media and the creative process. So we went.
Oh, media literacy.
So-
That's where you're talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Creature Commandos.
So we analyzed how Creature Commandos is the single greatest media that's ever been produced in all of human
it's not
history.
necessarily the greatest, because you got to think there's Superman and Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians Volume 2 and Guardians Volume 3 and the Holiday Special and the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, But it's obviously never going to be forgotten because it's in
Yes,
James
sorry.
Gunn's DCU.
I said best. I meant most unforgettable because it's so good. It's not quite perfect, but it's just so unforgettable.
Literally every comment by the is just like, who even forgot about this show? And it's like, I'm glad I'm not the only one
Bro,
questioning who forgot about this show.
A lot of
I literally said in the first 2 minutes of my video, the viewership numbers, and compared them to Penguin, it's like a large difference between the amount of people who watched the first episode of Penguin and the first episode of Creature Commandos. That's the point of quote unquote forgotten. Okay.
and
Like
also, I mean, so many people
didn't watch it.
well, not even like did they see that it came out or whatever and forgot about it?
That was
Most
the main thing.
people
I
didn't
even
see
know
it.
came out.
Most people didn't
Okay,
see it. I
just
didn't
to-
know it
just
came
to-
out
just
when
to-
it came out.
Let's put this in perspective. So 2 episodes, which combined to 52 minutes of runtime, had 22 million total minutes with 423,000 viewers, according to Illuminate. So that's not every viewer everywhere. That's certain viewers on certain things. But it's a set number of like TVs that garner that number. So you can compare it to other ones. So 420,000, that's a lot of people. My video only's got 700 views. Penguin, 5.3 million viewers. That's a little more than 423,000. So that's at least 5 million people who like the DC Penguin show who forgot about Creature Commandos coming out, I guess.
I guess they just forgot, man. I don't know.
Like, dude, I don't know. It's so funny. It's like you kind of the Gun Bros are in the same delusion like Snyder fans. They've turned into Snyder fans. It's so funny how fast it happened. It's like
it
they
literally
think
took a
everyone.
month.
They think everyone is in agreement with them, and anyone who disagrees with them is like, it's like that's such a random person. It's literally an echo chamber. Like, and that not even like in the way echo chambers become a pointless word that's just thrown around everywhere. It's like it's like these people cannot process that someone disagrees with them or that they're even potentially, God forbid, wrong about something.
Whoa. Okay, dude. Calm down. They're not wrong.
I mean, bro, they still
James Gunn is the single greatest superhero director of all time.
Arguably, I mean,
okay,
who? We can go through this real quick because I think we can get through the episode stuff pretty quick. There wasn't too much, but who do you think is the GOAT director for superhero movies? Because I do think it's interesting. Because I do think James Gunn is a very good argument. Because I think he has the least bad. He's the one who's like his floor level is pretty up there.
You also have to look at like what can
It's
they.
probably the Russos, I would think.
I think it's probably the Russo brothers. I can never consider
But
James
that's
Gunn
at least
because
only for a few months.
because
Avengers Doomsday is going to come out, and then the Russo brothers are just.
That's true, but I can't even blame that on them. That they got handed a pile of human
I'm going to blame
feces.
it on them. I don't care. I'm going to blame it on them.
I don't think I can blame them. They're getting handled a pile of human feces, a bunch of money, and 700 actors to deal with.
No. Hold on. it's still gonna knock them in their director ranking thing because it's the same reason that Sam Raimi for me can't be the #1 GOAT comic book
That's true.
director
I was
because Doctor
gonna
Strange and the Multiverse of Madness
I was
is
gonna
the
say
worst
Sam
movie
Raimi,
ever made,
but
and his
Multiverse of
name
Madness
is on
terrible.
it.
Yeah, that's true.
He inherited it. It's still the worst movie ever made.
Yeah.
So he cannot be #1.
I was gonna at least honorable mention Sam Raimi, but then I was like,
He's an honorable mention.
He did,
It's the same as
unfortunately.
Nolan.
Yeah, Nolan's an honorable mention because
I wouldn't
Dark
put Nolan
Knight's
up there
so good.
I wouldn't put Nolan up there though because he's not really. I wouldn't think of him as a comic book director. I don't think you can hand Nolan.
No.
I mean,
You couldn't hand him
probably
anybody.
make any superhero. He wouldn't be able to make every superhero movie out there. You know, it's like
No.
Christopher Nolan. I wouldn't feel confident handing a Superman script. It would still look awesome.
It would be good.
I couldn't feel confident of him. No, that's not even true. There's definitely characters who I could name that I don't think Nolan would actually make a good movie of. I think he liked the character of Batman, and there was enough he could do.
Yeah.
To have that kind of thing.
I also, Nolan as a director, if somebody asked him to make Superman and he didn't think he could make a great Superman, I think he'd just say no.
Yeah.
Like, he's not, I don't think he's ever going to direct another superhero movie because I don't think he wants to. He made Dark Knight. He doesn't need to do that shit again.
Dude,
but I think probably the Russo brothers, the reason for me it could never be James Gunn, even though he does have a lot of really good things that I like, is because he got handed Superman and he messed that up. Like, you can't, like, I don't know how you mess up Superman. It's a very simple character. If you,
yeah,
like,
here's the problem.
I know it's not his style. Like, directing a Superman movie isn't the best fit for his style. That's like having Christopher Nolan direct, like, or like having Sam Raimi direct Multiverse of Madness. That's just not the right fit.
No, that's still no. That would have been the right fit. I mean, they just didn't have good movie.
Yeah, that's true. If it was a better,
Raimi could do it. I mean,
that's
the fact
true.
that
Raimi could
did
do it.
Spider-Man in general is pretty impressive considering he's a horror director.
That's true. I think Raimi could have done Multiverse of Madness very well if he actually could have made his Multiverse of Madness.
It's like giving Joss Whedon a Zack Snyder Justice League.
Yeah, it's like that.
It's not gonna work.
It's just not gonna happen.
Which is why
or it's like,
I want to be able to say it's Joss Whedon so bad just because the first Avengers movie is
so
so incredible.
So
the problem is Age of Ultron is mid, and then Justice League sucks.
It's terrible.
So you just can't give it to them. But the Russo brothers, here's why it's probably got to be them. Infinity War, which is one of the best Marvel movies ever made.
Top 3.
Winter Soldier, which is one of the best Marvel movies ever made.
Top 3.
Civil War, which is one of the best Marvel movies ever made. And then Endgame, which is not an incredible movie, but it's a B tier probably, B level.
It does a lot of stuff. That's what I'll say. It
but
does a lot of
obviously
stuff.
Avengers Doomsday is going to come out and suck, and then Secret Wars will come out and turbo suck. So they're going to have 2 really bad movies. So
they're going to make so much money.
Let's just say spot's open. The spot's going to open up though.
Retirement gig.
Justice League made money. Well, they don't need to retire, bro. Amazon gave them so much money for Citadel, and then Netflix gave them a crap ton for Electric State. No one watched those, by the way. They're also supposed to do the Community movie that's never going to get made. So.
Yeah. It'd be nice.
Yeah, but I think that's all their Marvel movies. Yeah, I think it's just those. Yeah. Those 4.
I think it's got to be.
They also
them
did
for now,
21
at least.
Bridges, so bonus points.
21 Bridges is so good.
Although that one drastically underperformed, just box office wise. But
yeah. People don't know what's up.
I'm just curious. Yeah, Doomsday, unfortunately, the Electric State. They did Extraction? Oh, I guess they did. They did both Extraction movies, so those are pretty fire. They did The Gray Man, so I don't like them anymore. I guess it wasn't a terror. It was literally a Marvel movie. That's what The Gray Man was. All right, let's...
K.O.B.'s Gray Man beef. Let's get into Terminalist Dark Wolf season finale. You watched...
Episode 7.
Did you watch it? You watched it today, right?
I've seen both of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Both episodes.
All right, dude. Sorry, I know we're talking about Terminal. Peacemaker was so ass, but Terminalist Dark Wolf.
It was whatever.
Episode 7.
Let's start.
So obviously starts with the recap, and then the very beginning we just get the 2 months later after the airport thing in episode 6.
Oh, I did notice. right away that the intro said Chris Pratt was going to be in the episode. So.
Yeah, it did. It did.
A little spoiler there, but you know.
I kind of figured he'd have to be, because I remembered the letter that Ben gave him in the first episode. I knew he was going to have to read it in the show at some point, so I knew he kind of had to be in this episode. And then the next thing we get is the Hastings like testimony against Haverford, and then Haverford like mentions that he's retiring. And he's like smoking. And he's like, "You're not gonna not let me smoke
He's
on
like,
my last
I'm
day."
2 weeks from retirement. It'd be a shame if I died.
Haverford basically gets cleared, and then Ben, Mo, Hastings, and Landry are all gonna get charged.
Is Hastings gonna get charged?
I think in that scene they just said Ben was gonna get charged. But then later it mentions like clearing all of them, so I'm not sure exactly how it was gonna go.
Well, I think that was Mo. Clearly, Hastings isn't in trouble or anything because he's actively there to be able to testify. And
That's true.
the thing that was sent them rogue was Haverford said that they took the bearings, which Hastings wasn't a part of.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but we get that scene, and then we cut back to James Reese. He opens the letter that Ben gave him in episode 1, the note about why he left, and then it has like Ben obviously reads the whole note. Did
this feel like an ending scene to you? By the way,
it really did. It was a really tough end of an episode speech.
I think it was kind of mistimed, to be honest.
I think it was a little. I really liked the speech, but I think it should have either been at the end of an episode or just the end.
That's how I felt. I was like, I feel like this is happening too early.
Yeah. But I really did like the speech. The whole like the lion in a zoo thing was pretty badass. It's like the brass it was like the brass are like a lion in a zoo. They still think they're the king of the jungle.
Yeah.
That was tough.
I didn't mind. It just felt out of place when it was getting read. It felt like it was very, because it was cutting back and forth. Ben was like setting up, right?
Yeah, Ben is like at that farmhouse in Germany, and he's like setting up mines and making bombs and shit, and then setting up like the berms, basically. And then Reese is like at the bar with part of Alpha Platoon, and then talks to Boozer briefly, and then it gets back to Ben, and he's doing the classic guy about to die thing, or like he's like watching videos with his ex-wife.
He's doing the John Wick episode 1 thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's because he was about to send, I don't know, signed divorce papers.
Yeah, it's like the divorce papers.
So yeah, I don't know. I guess all of a sudden he was like, man,
maybe I should have gone home. But also, it didn't seem like a regret thing. It was just like, oh man,
kinda, but
another ex-wife.
not. I don't know.
It was like I regret that it had to happen this way, but I would have done
there
it the
were
same
some weird
thing.
videos too. You know, I was like,
yeah, it was.
The John Wick one was a little strange of a video, but like it made sense in the context. This one is like, we're swapping sunglasses, and I was like, what?
Like,
is that a thing
bro.
couples do?
I don't know.
Y'all be swapping sunnies? Isn't that what he said?
Yeah.
Swapping sunnies? I was like, do people do that? Like, is that a trend? Well, I guess is that a trend in 2018?
Maybe.
Or 17, I guess.
Maybe.
Was that a big thing?
I don't.
Was that and the mannequin challenge in 2017? People were playing Black Ops 3, doing the mannequin challenge and swapping sunnies.
I guess. And then
Sorry. People weren't playing Infinite Warfare. Black Ops 3 had already. Black Ops 3 was the year before.
Then he calls Reese and tells him like if he wants the real story of what happened, he needs to talk to Mo because Rafe won't know everything. and then Reese tries to help him, and he just like thanks Reese and hangs up.
Because Reese is in Frankfurt, we're noting.
Yeah.
Because he's there for his decompression stop.
Yeah.
It's kind of important.
That is important that he's in Germany.
Just a little bit.
Which I was eating while I was watching that, and I like looked down to take a bite while it showed like that he was in Frankfurt. So I just saw a random bar, and I was like, okay, he's in a bar. And then I like later happened, and I was like, huh? How the hell did he know to go there? But whatever. And then Ben calls Tall, and Tall basically tells him that he just has to, like, she needs 15 minutes to, like, get all the information. I
did not understand this at all.
No, it literally made no sense to me. The whole, like, I don't know what she needed 15 minutes for, or what Ben, like,
I don't understand
holding
why
down the
Ben
fort.
fighting these guys.
I don't understand.
Who's gonna draw that?
I don't understand how it correlates. Like, how does him fighting them have anything to do with her hacking Haverford's stuff? I didn't get that. That didn't make sense to me.
I guess
I might have missed something. Because, like, Haverford was talking to...
My best guess, I think, is that it was essentially the... Haverford was somehow... was, like, the one who was tracking the VPN thing, so he connected to... When he connected to the real internet, Haverford knew, so Haverford told the Iranian dude who sent the guys. So maybe it was like that. So that was like the evidence that he gathered or something.
So is it like Haverford was tracking him and giving them the information? So Haverford tracking him
would make sense.
Allowed Tall to hack his stuff?
Well, I don't know if it was Haverford tracking him, but it was like she needed him to have direct communication or whatever.
Mm.
And by Ben activating it, it opened Haverford to make direct communication. That's the only thing that would even make sense to me as to what that would even mean.
Okay.
Because Tal's gathering evidence of some kind.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah. She's trying to get all the evidence from Haverford's computer, I guess. And then Ben goes like on the grid to draw them in, and then it just shows like Haverford texting the guy,
the Iranian nuclear commissioner,
yeah,
whatever his job title is.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was a different guy. It was like the sniper. He doesn't text the other guy till later.
That guy was a sniper.
Oh, it was that guy?
I think so. I think that guy was the sniper. I don't know who the sniper.
Okay, because that scene confused.
Bro, I can't remember, bro. This Iranian side plot was so horribly mismanaged throughout the show that I couldn't tell who was who.
That scene with the guy at the shooting range, like the sniper, that confused the shit out of me because I didn't think that was the same guy. So I thought that was just like a random person that he was talking to.
It might have been. I have no idea.
It might have.
That guy was somehow connected with the Iranian.
It was.
Nuclear.
I mean,
it was in Tehran. It was a guy in Tehran. So I think it has to be that guy.
It was at least somebody that was like affiliated with who went to attack Ben. But
it was.
I don't know.
So there was the three guys in all those commission scenes or whatever. There was his brother. There was the shepherd guy, and then there was the other guy. So it might have been the other guy there, not the shepherd directly, but it was one of those three guys for sure, I think. Because I'm pretty sure we've seen this dude before.
Yeah, I feel like we have. I didn't remember where we saw him before. But yeah, he texted that guy, and then Ben is waiting on the porch at the farmhouse and gets a text that Haverford and It's spelled like Cyrus, but Haverford always says it like Cyruth or something.
His wife calls him Cyrus.
Okay. I'm just going to say Cyrus because that's how it's spelled, and I don't remember what they actually said. So he gets that text, and then he sets the 15-minute timer.
It's something weird.
It's something like that, but I don't remember what it is, and I don't want to
there's a cool graphic that shows up twice, sorry.
It shows up when he sets the timer, one other and then two more times.
The 11:04 and then like another time. I was like,
oh,
oh, that's gonna be cool. It's gonna be around for the entire fight. Then it just like showed up one more time. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was 11:04 and then 7:36, and I was like, okay, twice.
I bet you could actually time it out and it would line up pretty.
I bet it would, but I kind of wish it was like either on screen like the whole time, or it was like more consistent with.
Every time he checked his watch, it would pop up. He checked his watch more every time it would pop up or something.
Yeah, I just wish he had like checked it more, I guess. I don't know. And then he turned on the Pink Floyd record, Brain Damage, and then like the guys get there. This was tough. Like when he started defending the house with Pink Floyd playing, that was fire. And I also thought that like when they cut off the music made sense because like the house was getting absolutely shredded apart, and then the music stopped. So
yeah, apparently he found the only house in Europe that is made with wood and not concrete.
It's a farmhouse. It's a farmhouse.
Yeah, you know, like the scene in Inglourious Basterds, they shoot the floor.
Yeah.
Farmhouse.
Farmhouse.
Still, it's made out of wood for some reason.
It's a farmhouse.
Every farmhouses are made out of stone in Germany.
Bro, it's a
In Europe.
farmhouse. You don't know what you're talking about.
90% of them are.
Bro, it's a farmhouse. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Bro, most farmhouses are probably older than our country.
Yeah.
In Europe,
Yeah.
they would not. They're made out of stone.
Whatever.
Also, I'm very confused at how he got this house. I don't know if this was a safe house of some kind or if he like went on Airbnb and was
just
like
found a house.
militarized safe house.
I assume Tall just like found an abandoned
Something within
house.
2 months.
or
Maybe it's a
something like that.
Mossad safe house or something.
It could be. I don't know. But he had a house. I don't know. And also, it mentioned that Landry and Mo weren't there because like Ben made them stand down, so they weren't there with him. And then the trucks pull up to come take out Ben, and Ben blows up the first truck with a mine he set up, and then starts opening fire at the rest of the trucks. The guys all hop out and start unloading on the house, and then Ben has to retreat to the basement. He sets up a couple tripwires, leaves the phone in the basement so it tracks to there, and then like leaves through some tunnels. And then the tunnel leads to like a dirt berm he set up like 50, 60 yards from the house. And then they open the basement hatch up. What?
Bro, getting all technical with it.
I was just approximating distance.
Bro getting all technical. Bro said 60 yards. The approximate range of the explosion was going to be 47. This would give him optimal safe distance with preparation in case anything goes wrong. Like, bro.
Shut up.
Bro didn't have to get all technical with the numbers up in here.
They follow into the
Takes
basement.
him approximately 17.26 seconds to crawl to the berm.
Shut up. They follow to the basement, and when they open the hatch to the basement, the whole house blows up, and then that's when you get the 7:36 time check. And then Ben starts firing on him again from the berm. He triggers some more bombs, and they're coming at him from both sides. He gets shot once, and then he starts running off into the woods.
Gets shot right in the back.
Right in the back again. This time not in the plates.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say. I was like, when else did he get shot? But yeah, not in the plates this time.
Yeah, and then he gets to like basically another berm in the woods, and he's getting surrounded by the guys. He throws a grenade. They firefight for a little bit, and then one guy says in like English for some reason, basically says like "screw this, I'm ending it," and goes up the hill. And then right as he like Ben's starting to give up because he's starting to bleed out, and then the guy's like lining up a shot, and then you see Reese's like axe things, and Reese kills him from behind. Dude, I don't know what those are. They're so cool.
Tomahawks?
Yeah, but the shape is different. It's not like a traditional.
It's a tomahawk.
It is, but you know what I mean. Like they're different and cool.
You're saying it's not a cultural appropriation tomahawk. Yeah, it's a modern tomahawk.
Yeah. Okay, whatever.
The literal design of the axe is a tomahawk.
Okay, so the modern tomahawk.
I think. Hold on.
In
I
this,
can check.
In this,
You don't want to be all racist.
and in Terminalist, I love when Reese uses those. They're so tough. But yeah,
I don't know. To me, this one it felt a little cheesier in
this
one.
this one kind of felt forced that he didn't just shoot him in the back of the head.
This one felt like a cameo more. They were like, "You remember the axes from season 1?" And they were like, "Hey, look, here they are." Like, I never was actually under the impression he carried those in war. I kind of thought he just kept them in his office because they looked badass.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. But it like shows the shadow on the guy's back, and then he kills him with it. I was kind of like,
yeah, bro, if you look up Tomahawk, it's literally the first picture that comes up.
All right, my bad, bro.
You're not racist, bro, all right?
Well, whatever.
Ironically, it's the Peacemaker Tomahawk that pops up first when you look up Tomahawk, so... Coincidence? I think not.
And then, yeah, Reese straight ices that dude, and then, like, half of Alpha Platoon is there to save Ben, and they straight just run through the guys, and then Reese saves Ben. Ben starts to pass out, and then when he wakes up, Reese is working on his wound in, like, the barn. And then...
There's a link next to my forehead. I was trying to drag an image, and there was just a text. There was, like, just a link directly up next to my forehead.
Are you?
Yeah. Okay. What? Bro, go back to talking. I was trying to pull up the Tomahawk image to show how stupid you were, but
My bad.
it's not saving, and I have like a million photos saved to my computer from the Creature Commandos thing, so I'm not gonna save it.
Ben tells Reese that he has all the stuff to clear him, Mo, Landry, Tall, and, well, I guess not Tall, but to clear him, Hastings, Mo, and Landry.
Hold on. Pause. Sony has finally pulled back the curtain on its hotly anticipated PlayStation 5 exclusive Wolverine video during its State of Play showcase. Let me check this link real quick. Let me see if there's anything new. We got anything? Okay, what do we have here? We got a little bit of a costume look here. Oh, is this a gameplay trailer? Oh, we got a gameplay trailer. We'll tune into this later. We'll come back to this.
All right.
Let's get through Terminalist here real quick.
All right. But yeah, he has the bearings. He tells Reese that he wants to work his way back to the teams. They talk for a minute, and then Reese tells Ben that he's on his own again. And then we see Eliza's daughter getting the book that Eliza had picked out, and then Eliza's bracelet. Ben gave them to her. And then we go back to Haverford. Cyrus calls Haverford and tells him that he's on his own as well. So now it's like Haverford no longer has the backing that he had. And then Ben is back on his own as well with just Landry, Mo, and Tall. And then Landry, Ben, Mo, and Tall all have dinner. Mo called Reese. He's the one that got Alpha Platoon there to help Ben since Ben had them stand down. Landry had a pretty cool line here about snakes. He was like, snakes have bad eyesight. That's why they always have their tongues out.
I thought that was a cringe. I thought that was a goofy line. I kind of thought that was the point, though, that it was supposed to be like
it was kind of
ridiculously good, bro. Because everyone kind of looked at it. Everyone looked at him like, all right, bro, that was not that was not as tough as you thought it was.
It was a goofy line, but it did fit the scene because they were showing like the people that they need to kill, basically.
They had target packages.
Yeah, they had target packages, and he was talking about the one guy. He was like, I thought it fit the scene. I thought the whole
joke was that it like felt like it should fit the scene, but everyone was kind of just like, bro, it's not. This isn't a movie. Like, this is the real thing. You don't gotta drop a one-liner.
I mean, we literally started the episode with a monologue from Ben. That was like, bro, we get it.
Kind of, but that was a letter after he was getting kicked out. Remember your whole thing about how cool the speech was, and it started.
I know, that's what
I'm saying. He wrote that letter.
I'm not anti-speech. I like a good speech.
No. You're conflating the speech with this goofy, intentionally. I think the feel it gave off was that like everyone looked at him like, all right. It's like the Drewski clip of him going like, all right then. That's like the vibe everyone gave off. the speech, like the letter speech, makes sense because he wrote that letter right after he was getting his jump or what they aren't jump wings, but his trident pulled or whatever.
His
I can't remember
bird?
what they called it. Yeah, I guess the seal bird, but
Yeah.
what he was getting removed from a seal, so that was like
Yeah.
he's all emotional and such and things.
That's fair.
This one, it was like he was like trying to be all tough, and they were just like, "Aight, bro, whatever. You ain't really been about that."
That's fair. That's fair. But we'll speed through the rest. We get we're in Istanbul. We see the guy from the Target package on a massage table.
Turns into a hitman mission.
It turns into like 3 hitman missions back to back. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, Landry grabs a karambit, hits a CS:GO spin, and slits Artem's throat. This Artem is the guy who met with Danawe in the club back in episode 2. Yep. Next scene is a soccer game
in Tehran.
Yep.
They send Cyrus a text at his kid's soccer game, telling him to go somewhere quiet to talk. They did it from Haverford's like number, and then Mo drives by on a motorcycle. And as he's driving up, he gets a text that says "for Eliza," and then he puts a bomb on his car and blows him up. I thought that was pretty badass.
Yeah, except for the fact that dude would have no clue who Eliza was.
That's true, but
that dude died thinking that he got the wrong bomb. They were like, "No, I'm not the right guy. Wrong number.
That's true, but he. Actually, no, yeah, you're right. Because later, what we find out, he
know
wouldn't
one
know.
individual Mossad agent.
Well, no, I'm saying he specific, like Haverford would, but he wouldn't because Haverford. What we're about to talk about in a minute. But yeah, he blows him up, and then we get back to Winchester, Virginia. Haverford's at a golf course. He sees that Cyrus was killed on the news, and then drives home.
He's tired and such,
and finds Ben waiting at his table with Haverford's pistol. Haverford does like the classic villain getting caught thing, pours himself a drink.
And he goes, if I was where you were, I'd kill the villain too. So
yeah.
And,
it was like, if you're
cringe.
It's like, unless you're a coward, you'll kill me.
You're no better than us. You're no better than me if you do that.
It was like the most villain speech to ever villain speech.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, Haverford's fucking crazy ass dude. He wanted Iran to get nuclear capability to start nuclear war so that Iran would get destroyed. Essentially was his plan.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I kind of.
And then
kind of what he was saying. I don't know. It was really weird.
I
thought I understood his motivation. Well, I was saying I thought I understood his motivation of being like he wanted Iran to get nuclear power so that the U.S. would use like overwhelming force because he felt like they didn't do that when they went in the first time. They started talking about Israel getting involved, and that's where I kind of got mixed and confused on all that. But
yeah, but
not making any
it was like
messages.
He was talking about like he agreed with. It was like the way Mossad does stuff is good because when somebody does something to them
in the show, we're not making a political statement.
Yeah, in Terminalist Darkwolf. But he was also
This is a character saying this.
He also did unintentionally kill Eliza, who was a Mossad agent, which doesn't seem like this. He was trying to kill Ben with the car bomb that killed Eliza. He was behind that. But he obviously killed Eliza, who's a Mossad agent, so it doesn't seem like the smartest move for somebody who just said they respect how Mossad does things with how like brutal they are with responding to attacks. But
yeah, I don't know. I think his motivation made somewhat sense. I just think I kind of got a little confused at what he was saying.
Got like
as far as what his character was, because it wasn't going to be like, oh, he's just doing it for the money. I mean, it could have been that, I guess, sense. But it would make a lot of sense to give a nuclear weapon to a country that's a known enemy just for some money. Because what are you going to do with that money when your house is turned to glass? So like,
yeah,
that's why it doesn't make sense. But
yeah, but
that's why it wouldn't have made sense. So that was a better justification for that.
Ben tells him basically like he's not going to kill him and he's not going to let Haverford be another star on the wall in the CIA, and just that he's going to go to prison. And then that's when you get Haverford being like, you got to kill me. If you won't kill me, you're a baby. And then
that was right before that.
Well, yeah, it was right. Well, no, that was after
he told
him he's not going to be a star on the wall, and then he tried to like goad him into killing him. Like right as he was leaving. He did it twice.
Okay.
But it was after he told him he wasn't going to be a star on the wall that he was like, if I was in your shoes, I'd kill me.
Yeah.
And then he leaves, and you see the cops are on their way. And then Ben goes to see the director to tell him about Haverford and everything. And then
bro revealed himself like he was some big known guy. Like,
yeah,
I don't think that works. But
bro, that was like the first thing I thought of was like, I'm Danny Rand. Like it was obvious. It was way better.
No,
I'm saying
actually,
the first
hold on.
Danny
In
Rand
fairness,
reveal.
The Iron Fist one makes way more sense because that's the reaction Ben would have got.
Yeah, it does.
When he shows up.
I was just saying like the first Danny Rand reveal where he goes.
Actually, it's not quite the same.
He goes to the building and he's like, they're like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Danny Rand.
It'd be like if Ben Edwards showed up and took his helmet off. He's like, I'm here to see the director. And they're like, who are you? I'm John C. Central Intelligence Agency. I am John Langley.
That's a good point, actually.
John C. Director of the CIA. Yeah, because the Danny Rand one, he would seem more like an insane lunatic.
That's true.
Like,
that's true. And that's just like, who are you?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it would work, but maybe not. Yeah. Either way,
But
clearly cleared his name and such and things.
Yeah. And then we get back to Norfolk, Virginia. 2 months later, again, Ben's fixing up a boat, and then
it's not boat. It's his house.
Yeah, it's his boat. It's a new character. I'm pretty sure that we don't know.
It is.
His name was Hank Dashnaw. He comes to talk to Ben. Amazon, it's so convenient, bro. The Amazon like spotlight thing.
Is that the character's name or the?
Yeah, that's a character's
actor's name.
That's a character's name.
That is bro, okay, Jack Carr. Come on, bro. That's not a real.
Basically, this dude's wife also left him, and he's contracting for Vic Rodriguez, or he's contracting for Green Branch for Vic Rodriguez.
Ground.
Huh?
It's Ground Branch.
It's Ground Branch? Oh, I thought he said Green Branch. My bad.
At least he might have said Green Branch, but in the finale, like in the final scene, they say Ground Branch.
Oh, yeah, they do.
I think they say both, actually. I think you're right.
I swear he said Green Branch.
Because I thought he was like,
but at the end, I think they do say Ground Branch.
But they say Ground Branch at the end.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm sure we'll get the explanation in season 2 or whatever.
Yeah, probably. I thought they might do a little like name reveal for what's the dude's name from Terminalist? The CEO. Yeah.
Horn.
Yeah, Horn. I thought we might get like a reveal.
I thought
that.
They did this. It turns out it was just Ben and the reflection during his polygraph test. I thought they showed the back of the Secretary of Defense or whatever her job was in Terminalist. I thought they showed the back of her head, but it was just a reflection of Ben. So
yeah, I was waiting for like something.
It seems like they're setting up some kind of season 2. My guess is there's another book where it deals with Ground Branch or Green Branch or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And that's where we get this other character, which kind of disappointed me. I wanted the next prequel to be about James Reese's dad if we were getting one, but I'm guessing we'll get Dark Wolf season 2 or something. And then
I think we probably will. But yeah, that guy tries to recruit Ben. He says no and that he's happy here, and then he gives Ben a business card and he agrees to like go to dinner.
We deal in lead, brother.
It was we deal in lead, friend.
We deal in lead, brother.
Yeah, it was so funny because he was literally like, "Nah, bro, I'm happy. I'm seriously like I'll go get dinner with you, but just to catch up as friends." And then it cuts to Langley where he's
no. It was pretty clear that he was like,
well, yeah. Like, I mean,
we'll get tacos as friends, nothing else.
We all knew it was gonna happen, but
classic chick line. You know, it's like we're just friends. You know, we're not gonna talk about that. You know.
Yeah, but then Ben is taking a polygraph test. They ask about Jabari, all the CIA stuff, the nuclear tech to Iran, whether they were
there's
working with
flashbacks
Mossad.
and such and
There's
things.
flashbacks, and then they ask if he's comfortable operating with limited oversight and supervision. And
Preferred.
it's preferred. And then they ask, why are you interviewing for Ground Branch? And he says he belongs there, and it comes back as truth. And then that's the end.
Yep. All right, how you feel? Let's go through this real quick. How'd you feel about the show as a whole? I don't know if you can even think of what your favorite episode would be, or
Honestly, I think the first episode was probably my favorite.
Yeah,
because personally, I really like the SEAL stuff the most. Like the CIA
for me,
stuff is cool.
It is 1 or 2 because I like the CIA stuff in 2.
Yeah,
and I like the SEAL stuff in 1.
Yeah, I really like the CIA stuff and the SEAL stuff. I really like episode 1. It's just a good episode. 2 is really good as well. Those are probably my 2 favorites. I think they wrapped everything up decently well. I feel like
I had some problems with the wrapping up. It felt like it was like a million miles an hour wrapping everything up full speed. Like it was like all of a sudden Landry's just in this massage parlor. Oh, that guy's dead. Now we're here, and Mo just blew that guy up. And now Ben's in this guy's house. But now Ben's in Haverford's house, and he's dead. You know, it's like
well, not dead, but arrested.
He's not coming back out.
Yeah, but
he's basically dead.
I feel like if they were gonna do a scene like that, it almost needed to be them killing more people over a longer period of time, and do kind of a short
like
montage / collage of them like killing more people. You know what I mean?
It's just weird to me. I feel like they cut out an episode.
Yeah, it really did.
There's there's like multiple points in this show where it kind of felt like there was a missing part. So first off, to me, it's just weird because there's normally 8 episodes is usually what you'll get for these kind of shows. Disney for Marvel sometimes do 6, and then you get 10 from like what does 10? There's a lot of stuff that does.
Some
10.
stuff does 10.
Netflix gets changes up. 8 has kind of become the norm for streaming shows. Mobland has 10. That's one that has 10. Some of those shows have 10, but yeah, 8 is kind of like the norm for those, it feels like. And yeah, it was just weird because it's 7. I feel like there's a lot more stuff in this that was cut. It's like 2 weird 2-month time jumps.
Mm-hmm.
And then we already kind of talked about it back when it happened, but it felt like there was like a 10x speed on the Eliza Ben relationship development in episode 4 or whatever it was. I mean, Landry getting all handsy didn't go anywhere. It's not. It was like it's not as good. It
was like
it's
never
not as
happened.
good as the first. It's not as good as the first Terminal season, where it's like the only notable flaw, even in my head, of that season is just how underdeveloped rich Mexican friend was.
Yeah.
That's the only thing where I look at the actual show itself and I'm like, that's a little weird.
Like that's a problem. And it's like
it felt a lot less coherent. We were critical. We've been critical of this Iran thing going on here, like with these weird side cutaway side episode story things. It felt like it didn't feel natural. It felt like it was in there because you need to know these guys for later. Whereas you don't really get that in a lot of the other stuff. It's not bad by any means. I think there's good stuff here. The Hastings kind of like flamed out randomly at the end. Like
yeah, it was like I needed more of him
to get
like
points
getting out. Like
they had points they needed to reach by the end of the season, and it kind of felt like they ran out of time to reach those points.
Yeah, it felt like there was an episode or 2 worth of like Hastings getting really pissed about everything. Like he was pretty consistently not happy with how things were handled and the missions they were going on, but it was more like, this is bullshit, but I'm gonna do it, and less like,
I needed
okay,
a little
done.
more reason for Reese to not like go to Hastings or Terminal season 1. I kind of felt like they were starting to do it when Ben was like, don't talk to Hastings about this, after Reese is like our Rhodesian friend.
Yeah. But then it's like
I need a little more of that.
Reese still has no reason not to go to Hastings for help.
Now that could be a Dark Wolf season 2 thing or whatever. But for now, it's like it's gonna be weird because season 2 of Terminalist, they're seemingly gonna be working together to do something. So
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, I think that there were some pacing problems. There was a lot of the side characters I think were a little bit undercooked a bit there. Whereas in the first season, I don't know if I can really think of one that was undercooked well in the first season. I feel like Liz Riley's the closest, but even then, I think she has enough that it's not counting Rich Mexican Friend, because that is like that one is blatantly like they needed to do at least they needed one line of dialogue or something somehow in the show.
Yeah, that was like,
For that
remember when
one.
you helped me that one time, and that's why we're friends?
In the book, it's because they were friends, because like kids went to the same school or like something weird like that. It's something random like that. They just needed they needed one thread to make Rich Mexican Friend make sense in the show without having to read the book.
And we're just like, oh yeah, no, this is my like generationally wealthy friend from Mexico. I'm staying with him
that
now.
happens to run a security force, and I need security forces to get to this guy.
Yeah, I was like,
it's still pretty convenient in the book when it happens, but at least there's a little more setup for it.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about season 1 Terminal. So
yeah,
I think Ish was completely like not developed at all, which was random. The opening scene, I don't know, remember, it was at the funeral of one of the SEAL guys, seemingly, I guess, maybe after the opening mission went wrong. I thought that was going to tie back in somewhere. It didn't. Landry was real weird because it was like, he's a creep. You're not supposed to like him. Anyway,
it was just
he's gonna save Mo, and now he's one of the guys. He's one of the pals.
Yeah, I was like, why is he? They made it like he was gonna be a bad guy, and then at the end,
a bad guy. Like, he was just like they weren't gonna mess with him, and then it's like,
and then Ben
happened, and then nothing bad happened after that.
And then Ben said he was like one of the brothers. I was like, what?
By that point, I get it, but I'm saying like just the whole. It was just weird. That was a little weird. Eliza.
And then Tall, Tall was chill with Landry at the end. Like,
dude, that scene was so random, and it was like that scene just exists to give a reason for Ben and Eliza to be in like talking to each other. That was like the only purpose that scene served, and to show us that she was making the hacker charging port thing. Which I remember you actually missed anyway. So for you, that scene was useless.
Yeah, I totally missed that anyway.
Yeah, it was okay. I'm not the one. Here's my problem with that prequel. If the prequel doesn't doesn't help improve the original experience, then it's not really that worth it. Like, I think Rogue One's a good example. Rogue One takes a line from Star Wars where it's like about Both and spies dying or whatever to get the plans.
And it shows the scope
and it shows
of what happened.
And I've heard Andor does the same thing for Rogue One. I haven't seen it. I'll watch it at some point. So it's like, that's a good prequel. And then it's like,
the prequels are like, okay, Anakin is Luke's father. Okay. And then it shows Anakin.
Okay, well, that's a bit of a simplification.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna go through all the freaking Star Wars lore. We don't have that much time.
I'm just saying. I was more referring to that. I just went with Rogue One because it's an example of like one line in A New Hope being used, where it's like there was a lot of setup through the other Star Wars movies to set up the prequels.
Yes, but you get what I mean. And then
I get what I'm saying, and I also don't feel like those prequels drastically improve the rest of Star Wars, like the original trilogy, as much as like Rogue One adds to A New Hope.
That's fair.
If that makes sense. Like, you can...
I don't necessarily agree with what you're saying, but I do understand what you're saying.
Well, I'm wording it. I'm not wording it great. I'm not saying that Revenge of the Sith isn't really good for improving Darth Vader's character. I'm saying the context Rogue One adds to A New Hope as a whole is like... It's the best way to say it. It's like, you can... I still don't know if this is the right way to say it. If you watch Rogue One, you're going to want to watch A New Hope. Whereas when you watch Empire Strikes Back, you don't really need to go watch the original trilogy right after. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Does that make any sense? It's like you can watch Revenge of the Sith, or it's like you can watch the original trilogy and not feel like you really need to know that much more about Darth Vader. Like, you don't need to go watch Revenge of the Sith after you watch the original trilogy or whatever.
That's fair. And
it's the same with once you watch A New Hope, you don't really feel like you need to go watch Rogue One. But when you watch Rogue One, you're like, okay, now I want to go watch A New Hope or whatever.
Yeah, because the whole
And still
all of Rogue One ties into the start
directly
of A New Hope.
to The New Hope. It is a direct prequel to A New Hope, whereas the prequels are the original setup for the original show. It's not a literal direct tie-in.
Yeah,
where
it's
the
different.
next scene is the opening of a movie, like it is with.
Yeah,
And so I felt like that didn't. I don't feel like this enhanced the first season of Terminator.
No, and I don't feel like we got enough. I assume they're gonna try for a season 2.
I hope that they only do one more season if they do it, which I think will be fine.
I think they'll go for
Seems
season
like
2.
they were going to. They got this new character,
But we need Ben like starting to turn, because currently where we're at, there's still nothing in my mind
there's going to be a little bit of setup.
That leads me to believe Ben would do anything of what he did in Terminal season 1, because I mean, he literally, like, he was just with Reese and he was like, "I'll do anything for you, brother." Like,
Well, okay, there's a little bit.
He's closer than he was at the start, but he's still not near close enough.
Okay, I'm going to counter that real quick. Remember, his justification in season 1 of Terminalist was because he was doing anything for them. Because I don't remember if he directly knew about the tumors or if he was just the one involved with the setup of like the fake attack.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember exactly. But remember, the whole original concept was it was a PTSD drug.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't remember if he knew about that or not. In the book, where he was just a greedy, comically evil guy. In the show, it was like he was like, okay, this will help them not get PTSD. And then once he found out the tumors, he was like, well, I hate my life not being in the teams right now. So I'm gonna, let them die in war on the teams. That's what I wish would have happened to me instead of sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably I feel like they just need to show him like missing, being on the teams, and introduce the concept of the pill, whatever it was called. I can't remember, the drug or whatever. And
yeah.
That's really the only tie-in I need. I don't need them to show his psyche changing to be like, whatever. I'm evil now. It's like,
yeah, I don't need a full change. I need a little more connection to like where I can follow the motivation. Whereas now it's like I'm still not there yet.
Yeah, if you watch, I guess this is kind of what I was trying to say. If you watch this season and then you went directly and watched Terminalist, you're gonna be like, okay, well, why isn't James calling Hastings, and why is Ben now the Ben? I guess the Ben thing you wouldn't pick up on right away, but why isn't Hastings getting involved at this point? That's what you'll immediately think. It's like, there's some loose connection here. Where's Mo? Where's
currently I think this, like, instead of giving context for Ben's betrayal, it makes it like, why the hell did Ben betray? Like, it adds more to it almost.
I think Ben's justification in Terminal Season 1 makes up for pretty much any reasoning to, unless he's literally sitting there like, I wish I could die at home with a tumor in my head. None of his justification will fail from Season 1. His justification being, they had the tumor. He sent them so that they could die in combat because they didn't.
No. I'm saying currently the show doesn't give you like, it doesn't make you think going in like that Ben's going to betray them. I think if you watch Dark Wolf and then watch Terminalist, it's going to give you a bigger shock when Ben betrays him.
Kind of.
As opposed to giving you like, this Ben guy's shady, I don't trust him the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it gives you a bigger like, oh shit. It just shows you more of their backstory.
Yeah. But all things considered, I'm looking forward to being able to sleep in again an extra hour. I did today because it was going to be rough. I was not going to operate if I woke up to watch the show today. So, it was fun while it was coming out. Let's just get Terminalist Season 2 out there. I mean, come on. Gosh.
I can't wait, bro.
Bro, come on. What are we doing?
Let's hustle.
This is okay. It's not going to hold me over there. I need it, it better be out by next year,
We need to hustle on that.
Yeah, it's like this with Reacher. They're doing a show about Neely. And it's like, yeah, that's not gonna hold me over. I'm gonna need Reacher every year. So
it's like, yeah, let's make sure That's actually not good enough.
Hey,
Let's.
you know what? Maybe the Neely show will be good. I don't think so, but maybe it'll be good. I need the Reacher show. As long as I'm getting Reacher once a year, I don't care, dude. All right, y'all keep cooking up with Reacher. And by the way, Reacher more popular than Invincible. So, yeah,
Understandably so.
then again, Reacher's more popular than anything. So it's like it was like one of the most viewed shows. It was like fourth after Squid Game and 2 other shows. So let's get more Reacher. Let's just keep making Reacher.
Yeah, let's keep the speed up on Reacher. Do you want to?
If we can cut it down to 6 months.
Do you want to
that'd be awesome.
speed through Peacemaker?
Yeah, let's fly through it real quick because we got trailers. Because I want to talk way more about the Star Wars stuff.
And I can't stay too late. Let's get through Peacemaker. It was terrible. So it starts with like 3 years ago. It's at Rick Flag Jr.'s funeral.
Just more character destruction. Yeah, we know this. We know this.
Rick Flag
fast forward
Sr.
right through this.
asks who killed him. Harcourt says she'll make sure they'll pay. We get the intro.
She's like, I can't tell you, it's classified.
But I'll make sure they pay.
Do I need to say this? Doesn't work. Season 1, it does not work. This does not work with Harcourt's motivations and actions as a character in Season 1.
Yep.
That applies to every character in this show across the board, how they act in Season 2.
Correct.
Oh, well, technically, all the events that happened in Season 1 aren't officially what happened. Shut up, bro. Don't call it Season 2, then. It's Season 2. This is James Gunn's fault.
Call it Peacemaker
Hold on,
Born
I
Again.
just summoned them. No, they're going to flood the chat with calling me media literate. He's in a media literacy class, okay? He knows what's up.
I'm in 2, actually.
Yeah, shut up.
You could argue for 3.
Okay. Point is, shut up, bro. This doesn't work. You can't just delete character progression. That's the problem with saying it's a reboot of the DC and then saying, okay, but this character who existed before is in it. Okay, but I need 3 movies for why that character acts the way they do.
Yeah.
There, that pretty much covers all of Peacemaker's episode. So that's pretty much all the criticisms. We can we don't need to go plot point by plot point. Just say the broad strokes, and then we'll quickly talk about
Basically, they have the setup for Peacemaker in the park. Harcourt tried to warn Peacemaker, didn't work. He came anyway. She said she never.
Well, he knew about it.
Yeah, he knew it was the
but
setup.
He decided to come anyway to figure out if
anyway.
that she cared about him.
Basically, his final reason for staying in this universe is if Harcourt loves him, he'll stay in the universe. If not, he'll leave, which I'm fine with.
Because that was the.
She doesn't love him, so he's decided in his head that he wants to go to the other universe.
So and then
he gets captured. The cyborg lady was about to kill him, and then Harcourt knocked him out to save his life. He gets his ass kicked by Rick. He's not.
Economist books him though. Economist books him,
Mhm.
so that way they let him go because I don't know, he can't get murdered or something if he's booked. Even though they can send them off to Corto Maltese to fight a giant starfish, but they can't kill. Yeah, whatever. They can put a bomb in his head that'll explode if he's booked, but they can't. Oh, Congress had hearings. They're not allowed to use humans. Shut up, bro. I don't care. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You're stupid.
Argus has done bad things for all of history, but they'll stop now. This is not a CIA allegory.
It's not. The CIA is pretty competent.
That's true. The CIA is actually competent. Well, Argus was competent until Peacemaker Season 2, and they're the most incompetent people of all time.
No. Hold on. When were they competent?
That's a good point.
Kind of in the Suicide Squad. A little bit.
Okay, Argus.
Comic
Argus.
Can't say comics.
Non-DCU Argus. Non-DCU Argus.
No. We can't do that. Creature Commandos. Argus is stupid. They're stupid. You'll know that when you watch my video, which you're gonna do. It's stupid. Argus makes dumb decisions constantly. Superman, they're like, okay, it's our job to contain Superman. Anyway, you're a billionaire who actively doesn't like Superman for some reason. You can contain him.
DCU Argus is aggressively incompetent.
They're kind of competent in Peacemaker Season 1, a little bit, but seemingly nothing that happened in Peacemaker Season 1 matters because they're just going to destroy all that in Season 2.
Yeah. And then, bro, we get a really weird scene with Rick Flag Sr. and the bad actress lady where it's like...
No, she's not a bad actress. We're being nice. She's a robot.
Oh, the cyborg lady. Is she...
Call me Rick.
Is she trying to bone? Like,
I think, bro, I think it'd be more him trying to bone because he's boning young chicks in Creature Commandos.
Well, okay,
He's horny.
she like
Bro,
she started flirting, and then he was like, "Nah,
I will give
call
them
me
credit.
Rick."
I will give James Gunn credit here. In his ruining of this cool character of Rick Flag Sr., he has consistently stuck it that he is just horny, if that's the case. Maybe we're just reading too much into it with how weird that scene was. But
It
he
was
is
just
willing
weird.
he is willing to allow World War III to happen because he thought a chick was hot in Creature Commandos. That is a plot point, Gun Bros. All right, I don't want to hear nothing. You didn't critique my criticism of Creature Commandos. You were just mad that I said it was forgotten. And maybe you wish it was forgotten based off these critiques here.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so, you know what? Hey, if he sticks with being horny and it's for no reason, then at least he's consistent. That's the only positive I can say about a character in this show because everyone else isn't consistent.
yeah. And then Vigilante and Adebayo take Peacemaker back home. They talk about Harcourt. Vigilante offers up Manta Ray facts, which they shoot down. But don't worry. We get it in the post-credit scene.
All right, now I'm going to rant again. How did they ruin Vigilante? He was kind of cool in season 1. He was all right. He's done nothing. He has done nothing so far except talk about animal facts. All right, he hasn't even worn his suit. Keep going.
Oh, and then Eagle Hunter sucks ass at hunting eagles, and he has that really big, stupid, comically large gun. He has an elephant gun for hunting eagles.
But like an even bigger elephant rifle than a normal elephant rifle.
It's it's so big.
Large rifle. And then he doesn't kill Eagly, or he kills an eagle, and then a gang of eagles
It's like a decoy eagle, and then Eagly pulls up
with his gang,
with
and they just beat the
gang of eagles, and
they
eat
him.
Rip him to shreds. And guys, Superman 1, kids movie. Superman 2, which this is a lead into, will be a kids movie.
No. It's not Superman 2. It's Man of Tomorrow.
Superman,
it's not just a Superman movie.
Superman, Man of Tomorrow.
No.
Will
It's not Superman, Man of Tomorrow. It's just Man of Tomorrow. This is important because Superman is not going to be the main character. It'll be him and Lex Luthor and a bunch of other characters.
Man of Tomorrow, also a kids/family-friendly movie.
This is the prequel.
This is a tie-in. It has a guy getting ripped apart by eagles. Kids can't watch this shit.
Okay.
This is the least.
Where you draw the line.
No,
There's
this is
bisexual orgy in episode.
This is the.
Hey, we didn't get nudity. This
is
time.
the.
That was pretty cool.
This is the least bad episode so far, and it still has a guy getting ripped to death by eagles instead of an orgy. Thank you, James Gunn. You've saved us all. You didn't give us an orgy in this episode.
I wish we could trade orgies for eagle murder scenes. That would be cooler. Hold on, though. We did watch Eagly murder 4 people, and they were completely fine. So we'll see if Eagle Hunter comes back.
He got ripped apart, bro. He's cooked.
Yeah, but Eagly definitely murdered the hell out of those fat Argus people who raided his house, and then they were just like, they're fine, but I'm mad, and I was like, okay, well, that's weird. They were definitely dead.
Yeah, that's true. And then Peacemaker writes Adebayo the note, and then basically pieces off to the other dimension, and like
Judo Master follows him through. That's important.
Judo Master follows him through, and then Peacemaker like closes it behind him with the like control thing for the portals. So the portal controller is left behind. So Adebayo and Vigilante get the portal controller and leave and meet up with Harcourt and Economos. Adebayo reads the note to everybody else. That's just Peacemaker saying goodbye to all of them. And basically he's going to have a new life in the other dimension. And then they say, let's go get Chris. And that's the end of the episode.
Not quite, because Chris is Peacemaker's in the universe.
Peacemaker in the other universe. He introduces
his brother
Keith
walks in. We gotta
Eagly.
fight a kaiju. They go fight the kaiju. Peacemaker rolls into Argus headquarters and makes out with James Gunn's wife. So,
Yes, correct.
that's the ending.
That's the
And this is James Gunn Wife 2 in Universe 2, which I will no longer call the good universe, so I can't get gotcha whenever the big reveal happens.
good call.
Bro, I cut. Part of me really hopes that reveal doesn't happen because it's way funnier if it doesn't happen. To be like,
it's
oh,
just
what are you saying about this?
If it's just a coincidence that the good universe has no.
Yeah, if it's, I can't imagine. There's been no plot so far. Okay, this was probably my favorite episode so far. I still don't think it's great. There's still a lot of dumb scenes. The entire Eagle Hunter scene was stupid. There was the scene with the prostitution phone call, which is dumb. There's another useless. Luckily, it was just the post-credit scene with the manta ray facts, but more ruining of his character.
Mhm.
They didn't fully ruin Harcourt. Wow. Okay.
Dude, I gotta
her
say,
characters regress fully.
that
The only reason it's good is because they cleared up a few things that I had problems with. One being that that actress sucked, and it's like she's a robot, and it's like, cool, there you go, that's not an issue
dude,
now.
in my opinion, they've got like 5 other actors that they've got to make a cyborg because the acting in the show sucks. If John Cena is the best actor in a show, that's a problem. John Cena's great.
No.
John Cena's great.
The acting's pretty good. Yeah, hold on. The acting's pretty good in season 1, and John Cena's still the best actor in the show.
Okay, that's fine.
In season 1.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm a former / current WWE wrestler being the best actor in a show is kind of ridiculous to me. It's fine. It's fine because John Cena is a good actor. Whatever you think about John Cena, go eat a dick. John Cena is a good actor.
Okay, well, I don't know why I had to say that about. I don't know what that has to do with it.
I don't know. John Cena is a good actor.
In the
Most
context of the first show.
Most people are bad in this show, at least.
Frank Grillo's fine.
Not saying they're all bad actors, but they at least have a bad script for their character, or their character is badly written.
Side characters don't have any story. Economos, Harcourt, Vigilante, Adebayo don't have a story. They are finally getting a story as we reach the end of it, whereas they were directly involved with the first season story. Frank Grillo is fine playing Frank Grillo, although when he was talking to Cyborg Lady, it felt like Frank Grillo was acting as a bad actor. Like, I couldn't tell what was happening. It was so weird. That's why part of me just feels like it was all ADR. They were like, we gotta make this chick a cyborg because she can't act. But that didn't feel like Frank Grillo at all. And I've been watching Frank Grillo because he's in Tulsa King season 2. Peacemaker's dad, he hasn't really been in it at all. He's really good in the first season. Bro, it's like, I don't know. They cleared up so the main problem I had was like, why would Peacemaker even go back to Universe 1? And it was like, okay, at least they were like, well, he's got to, now that he knows this Harcourt and the other universe likes him, he wants to go check if the other one, if his universe, if she'll change her mind. Even though she did like him romantically at the end of season 1, that was kind of her whole character arc, by the way. So shut up, Gun Bros. And she should be dead. That's just a whole other thing. She took like 7 shotgun blasts to the torso at the end of season 1 and sat there bleeding out for like dozens of minutes. She should be very dead. I cannot stress how dead Harcourt should have been in the finale of Peacemaker season 1 in general. And that's all canon because in the recap he told Guy Gardner to go eat a bag of, and so, you can't say anything about that. That's all canon. Look, apparently the last 3 episodes are like a whole new show, which makes sense because it's all in this new universe. I assume and it looks like there might actually be a plot. So that'll probably be a whole new show. I'd imagine closing scene we'll get a David Corenswet cameo. Man of Tomorrow's written, by the way, because James Gunn posted on Instagram today. Finished draft 2 of Man of Tomorrow. So whatever. I don't. Here's what worries me. Supposedly, James Gunn, known truth teller, keep that in mind. Famously has never lied. Has said these 3 episodes are the prequel to Man of Tomorrow. Here we are in another universe. for the prequel for Man of Tomorrow, he's in a second universe. Is Man of Tomorrow going to be a freaking multiverse villain threat? You know, like, is that the big reveal that we're waiting on here? Like,
I hope not.
So it seems like if this is actually the prequel, as known truth teller James Gunn said.
That would be horrible. That's like the
One thing I
worst
know for a fact is that this show will not be forgotten because it's in James Gunn's DCU.
God, it's so bad.
I'm mostly pissed because season 1 is not amazing by any means. It's solid enough. And now they've just destroyed every character that was interesting. The characters were the reason season 1 worked. And it's like, now they're just like, yeah, what if we just threw all that into a flaming pit? Wouldn't that be fire? Wouldn't that be awesome?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. All right.
All right.
Well,
screw
while we're
Peacemaker.
pissed.
Let's go get to some enjoyable.
Enjoyable, brother. We're going to talk about 2 things that aren't enjoyable, and then maybe talk about one thing that could be enjoyable, or based off of Spider-Man 2, could completely suck. So, yeah, Spider-Man 2 didn't completely suck. That was a little harsh. Could be way worse than we're expecting. Hold on, let me find. Because the first thing that we're going to talk about, I would rather have 10 more seasons of Peacemaker, as I share my screen here. Okay, hold on. I might just get booted here in a second. What is happening? There we go. All right, are we up? Yeah, so we lost, ladies and gentlemen. Daredevil Born Again's coming back for season 3.
Now, Caleb, if you showed me this in 2022, I would be the single happiest person on planet Earth.
Dog. We're getting another season of Daredevil, a Batman movie, and a Superman movie in the same year. And an Avengers movie.
If you told me that sentence in 2022 in our chemistry class, we would have been the 2 happiest people of all time. And now it's like, it's dread. Like, I'm like, oh man, I hope they don't completely ruin this character.
No, I don't care. They're gonna get 3rd tries the charm. We're back. Season 2 is gonna be rough, okay? New team, they're gonna find their footing. Okay. Look, we need Punisher to be absolutely amazing. The Punisher thing. They've wrapped that, by the way. Saw John Berthold giving a whole speech at the rap crew thing. It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good.
It's gonna suck.
Season 2 of Daredevil Born Again has to tie up all the garbage threads from season 1. And then season 3, I don't even know what they're gonna do. We're gonna have to get a new villain at some point, dude. Like, look, I like Kingpin.
Do Kingpin again.
Yeah, Kingpin can't be the villain for the 3rd season. Though.
Daredevil Born Again season 2 will be Kingpin's 4th season of being Daredevil's primary villain. That's a lot.
Yep.
That's a lot. Like,
yeah.
2 seasons for season 1 and
I
season
don't know
3.
what they're gonna do, dude.
It was a lot, but it worked.
We already had Bullseye. I mean, that's still the best one. Apparently, Electro apparently is coming back. Who knows, bro? I mean, just give me Stiltman, bro. Let's get Stiltman for season 5. That's season 3. Season 3 of Born Again. It's gonna be Stiltman. That's what I'm down for. Wonder Man is coming in December. Everyone's saying there's no build up to Avengers Doomsday. What about Wonder Man?
5s and 10s of people are absolutely pumped for Wonder Man.
Yeah, all of them coincidentally also probably watched Jimmy Kimmel's Return episode last night.
Yeah, I'm sure 5s and 10s of people also watched that.
No, it was, bro. Look, that's a whole other thing, but
yeah, we didn't have to get into all that.
Alleged comedian Jimmy Kimmel returned last night. He claims to be a comedian, but I haven't. It's been a while since I've heard a joke from him. So, yeah, dude. Like, I'd rather watch Jimmy Kimmel than have to watch Born Again season 3. Yeah, that's not true. Maybe it'll be good. I just wish that it could be. It's not gonna be.
If they just put Charlie Cox in a suit and let him talk? Maybe.
No, because they did that. That was what Born Again season 4. If the writers are stupid idiots who don't know what they're doing, you know the Trump clip, they don't know what they're doing. That's the Daredevil writers, bro. How do you mess it up? It was, bro. It's like Disney. You have all this money. You can't just hire the same people who wrote the first 3 seasons. I understand not that many. I can't believe this got renewed for season 3 in general. Nobody watched season 1.
I don't know how it got renewed for season 2.
It must be super cheap. Well, they had already filmed season 2. They had already begun filming season 2 because they were gonna remember it was gonna be 2 full. It was gonna be like a 16 episode season 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
So they were. That's why I was like, okay, we're gonna get Daredevil Born Again season 2, and that'll be it. We're in season 3 now. Yeah, bro. It's like. Yeah, I don't know. It depressed me.
We're cooked.
Not quite as much as Glup Shido and the Glorkle Glonk trailer. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
What happens if I go full screen? Is that cutting anything off?
Yeah.
It is? Okay, so not full screen.
Yeah. Don't go. Wait, no. You're cutting the corners a little bit. I think it's fine.
Okay, well, hold on. I just literally completely lost my... Yeah, I'm not going to go full screen because I completely lost my screen when I did that, so...
All right. Well, that works. It's fine. You can see everything.
Okay, I really hope this is not going to murder my ears. Razor Crest is back, baby! Like, what? Didn't this ship get destroyed?
Yeah, there was like a whole arc where it got destroyed. He didn't have a ship for a while, and then he had to build
Just got
the
a
new
one.
ship.
Like, okay, yeah, sure, bro.
That looks,
This movie's gonna suck.
bro. It's in a galaxy far, far away. This looks like I drove to Like this looks like I'm just in the U.S. somewhere. This doesn't
Look. I bet they filmed this in Michigan. This looks like sand dunes in Michigan.
Dude, color grade that shit. That's like part of production. Whatever.
All stormtroopers. Don't you like stormtroopers? Like stormtroopers. But bro, Babu Frick is back. Why? What? So in case one fluffy toy selling merchant isn't enough, they were like, let's bring one from the sequels that no one... Remember when Kylo Ren said, let the past die, kill it if you have to in The Last Jedi? Let the future die, kill it if you have to, Disney.
Take
no
your
one
own
likes
advice.
your sequel garbage, dude.
It's terrible. Why is he here? Why is he in the trailer? I don't...
Because people thought he was funny in Rise of Skywalker.
How big is his role gonna be?
Toy Seller the movie, bro.
Yeah.
Oh. Every scene in this trailer has Grogu in it, I'm pretty sure. Oh. Oh. Hey, is this Sigourney Weaver?
Yeah.
Defenders. We're back, baby. Defenders season 2 is here. If she...
Avatar 3. Avatar 3.
Rebel Alliance here. Or Avatar. Shut up, bro. No one likes Avatar.
She's good now.
No one's good now.
Okay.
Oh, Grogu. Oh, Grogu.
Oh, keys. Okay, stop pausing.
Look, he
Okay,
used the Force.
stop
You see that?
pausing,
He used the
stop.
Force. Oh, Rebel Alliance signal.
Okay, let's go.
Isn't that funny? Oh. Oh. Grogu. Oh, Grogu. Oh, Grogu. Oh. Oh, it's that from. Oh my gosh, bro! Let's go. Like, is this how people are reacting to this trailer? Like,
Why is Zeb here? Zeb is tough. Why is he here?
Where was Zeb? Did I miss Zeb?
Yeah.
Oh, is that Zeb?
That's Zeb.
Oh yeah, that's the meme. Remember Zebulon? That was the Glup Shido origin. Babu, look, Babu Frick and Grogu. Oh my gosh. Which hut is this? Isn't this the baby from?
I think so, yeah. He's kind of big. He's kind of jacked.
I mean, yeah, he's probably doing pull-ups with all that weight. Oh, look at that, he ate.
Oh my God, he's doing the thing he does in every episode.
Is cinema. $75 million box office maximum, bro. And then they literally just took the Indiana Jones font. What is that? Bro, only in cinemas.
Good shot, baby.
Is this the final boss of the Star Wars key jangling era?
Yeah, bro, that's the worst shit I've ever seen. Oh my gosh.
Bro, look, I used to think the Glup Shido meme was like a bit ridiculous and not real. You know,
Yeah.
This is Glup Shido the movie, bro.
Yeah.
What did I text you? Glup Shido and Gargle Dark Hunt the Dark Lord Valcorn or something weird. Like every scene is a key jangle. Oh, Baby Yoda being funny. Let's see. Let's click again. What's the scene? Oh, okay. Well, that's not really key. Well, Rebel Lines.
It's setting up Baby Yoda being funny. Wait for it. Wait.
Oh no! Oh, Baby Yoda.
Oh, he wants food again. He wants food like
you
every
can
other
click-
episode.
Hey, look, not a key jangle. We found one.
One frame.
Oh, Baby Yoda eating. Eating. Oh, is that so cute? Isn't he cute? Hey, look, no key jangle.
Okay,
What do we got here?
I will give them this. Go back from where you were. Go back like 4 seconds and play it.
From where, the bar fight?
Yeah.
You're gonna say you thought that looked cool?
No. Like,
I don't know where the bar fight went. Right here?
yeah, sure, right there.
Nope. No. Hold on. Dude, after the halfway point, the trailer just turns into. That's when the Glup Shidoing really starts.
You're in the same spot. The slightly changed theme there sounds good. That's all I wanted to say. The theme sounds good, as it always
Yeah,
has.
but I liked the theme originally.
No, I like the theme. I'm saying adjusting it a little bit, it sounds good there.
It's just so funny how much praise people gave Andor, and they were like, maybe Star Wars is gonna learn, and it'll grow up, and it'll be about serious stuff.
Nah, bro.
And then, Walker, AT-AT, you know the AT-AT looking Plua. Look at Baby Yoda. Oh my god, bro. We ain't had a Star Wars movie. I wonder if this thing's somehow the Razor Crafter.
W comments.
Oh my god, bro, I don't think people are gonna like this movie, bro.
I don't know how they would.
Like, I just don't. I think people are sick of the Glup Shido Star Wars era. People are sick of Star Wars in general, but like, this is the final. Like, is this Dave Filoni's last ride?
I feel like it's going to be once it fails. He might get confirmed for another thing before it comes out. But I feel like once this fails, well, yeah, but like once this fails, it's like
The question is, what even is failure for them on it? So they didn't spend too much money on this.
it
Because
couldn't.
they were literally just filming season 4, and then they were like, okay, just turn it into a movie.
Yeah, they was like, let's just make it short.
And they did the volume stuff, which is why partially probably this all looks so fake.
Mm-hmm.
This is the volume stuff. Yes, probably volume back here.
Yeah.
Or they're just on a beach in Michigan.
I mean, it's like they just went like hiking on a trail
Low-key, maybe
near
the
their
best scene in the
office.
trailer right here. This might be the best frame in the whole trailer.
The black frame.
Oh,
Is.
this is the way. Yeah, bro. I mean, like, yeah, this is Dave Filoni, final boss. This is Key Jangle, the movie, Glup Shido and Gargle Dark, whatever you want to call it, bro. It's like, first off, I just like to say, real glad to see Pedro Pascal getting some work again. It's been a couple hours since his last movie came out. Awesome to see. Like, just, it's great to see someone get work when it's been such a long time.
It's great to
since
see
they've
somebody
been in something.
Great to see somebody come back.
Yeah. I mean, what? It's probably been like
Love a
at
comeback
least
story.
25 minutes since his last show.
Right. Maybe 30.
I feel like most people may as well just retire if they reach 30 minutes. Yeah. Speaking of Pedro Pascal, he's probably Wolverine. Let's check it out. That's probably why it took so long. They had to reshoot the Wolverine game and have Pedro Pascal be the motion capture guy. So first off, fall 2026. So
A year.
apparently next year.
Okay.
Been fighting longer than I can remember.
He looks short.
Say I'm not a violent man. The trouble just has a way of finding me.
Oh.
But I'd be lying.
Hey, we got a hit. Okay.
Got a
suit looks
motorcycle.
awesome.
Suit looks great.
I like the suit. Okay, I'll say I like the suit. It almost looks a little too armory. If I want to get real critical on it, and it's black and not blue. I like the yellow blue instead of the yellow black.
But
at least there's a mask.
it is Insomniac, so we know there's going to be suit customization for sure.
I don't know. There's not enough Spider-Verse movie. There's no Wolverine Spider-Verse movies. They can't just do a million. It depends on if it's going to be good suit customization, like in the first Spider-Man game, or the crappy Spider-Man 2 suits, where they were like, "Here's 5 suits," but then there's
But
a
you
million
got
different color
styles.
options. So it's like, so they announced they're like, "There's a million suits." It's like, no. Anyway, here's this Colgate toothpaste looking all suit. And by the way, you can't take it off.
Finding me. But I'd be lying.
Looks good.
Doesn't matter where I go.
Okay, that just looks like Spider-Man combat.
Yeah.
Part of this worries me, I'm not gonna lie. It kind of looks like the Avengers game in parts. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna let it keep going. Bro, it's brutal. That's a lot of blood.
How far I run.
Sabretooth, all right.
Death's always waiting.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just not for me.
Healing factor. Quick time event. Mystique, all right.
Okay.
'Cause I ain't no hero. I'm Wolverine.
I mean, hold on. Let's see. Is there gonna be a? Got a Sentinel. Okay.
That looks
Aight,
good.
bro.
That looks good.
Look, it looks alright. Why is Yelena trending? I'm not even gonna click on that. I don't want to know. I mean, all right. That's the last thing. So I'll take away my screen share while we wrap up. We talk a little bit about it here. I'm curious. So I don't know if it's gonna be open world.
I hope so.
And I don't know if it is open world, how you even do that, because it's not like Spider-Man. You don't really have a good travel thing. I think there was a leak that it was like semi-open world, but kind of directional, which is like
You can climb,
as
I
long
guess,
okay,
but you can't
as
really
long as it's
traverse.
good, as long as
Well,
it's good
the
like that, and
motorcycle,
it's not.
motorcycle.
Hold on, and it's not like Jedi Fallen Order, where it's fake open world. Sure,
Yeah, you'll have
I
the
don't know, I just hope the
motorcycle
story's good.
for
Story just
for
needs to be
open
good.
world.
Story needs to be good. We got what? Sabretooth was shown, Mystique. We got Sentinels. They are called Sentinels, right?
Yeah, Sentinels.
Yeah, Sentinels. It kind of it looked a lot like the Days of Future Past Sentinels, but yeah. So
Looked pretty good.
you got some good villains. I think the voice acting was good enough. You know, it's not like, I mean, like what the guy's competing with Hugh Jackman, so it's like okay, whatever. Suit, as long as they're. The problem is, I like to be able to, when I played through the game the first time, or any game the first time, I like to be able to wear the quote unquote canon suit. It's a little weird, but like when I play Spider-Man 1, when I played it the first time, I play in that with the white spider. First off, I think that suit is sick in general with the white spider logo. But I didn't change it when I first played all the way through, and then it's like when I go back and play it, that's when I'll change the suits up and whatever because they look cool. But so I would like to see the blue there instead, but
Yeah,
I
it's
like
like-
that he's got a mask on.
it's like
He's got a cowl.
It's like Arkham. I like the progressive battle damage as it goes on.
Yeah,
I like that.
which Arkham you can't even change the suit, but
Yeah.
until the new game plus.
Well, Arkham Knight you can.
Can you even the first time you play, or do you? I
I'm
thought
pretty
you had
sure.
to get through the story all the way through.
Maybe you do. I feel like
I think it's just in New Game Plus that you can change suits.
it might. It's not plus.
Either
It's at least main story. Like after main story, you can do it.
Yeah, maybe.
But I don't know. I thought you could change it. I don't remember.
You might be able to. I don't know, but you can't in Origins at least. I know that for a fact.
I think Knight you can, but the others you can't.
So there's that. Suit customization is gonna be weird. There's not. The thing about Spider-Man is because you have the Spider-Verse stuff that, like, not even the movie. I don't. Bro, they got
Comics,
Too obsessed with
they
doing
have-
the movie. They got way too obsessed with doing the movie suits in
Hmm.
Spider-Man 2. Or like the original. Spider-Man 2 is so much worse than Spider-Man 1. Except maybe the movement stuff. Probably that's like the only change I would have.
The movement stuff is cool.
But the story and a lot of the gameplay elements were just worse.
Yeah.
So
The gadgets.
the combat's solid enough. It's good for Spider-Man. Wolverine's combat, they should straight up just go ahead and rip that free flow combat from Rocksteady for Wolverine, because you're not gonna have the gadgets. You know, the gadgets are what make the Spider-Man combat like as fluid as it can, because it's not so in flow like the Batman one where it's like I have to just, because you have the quick fire gadgets with Batman, but it's a whole other thing. With Spider-Man, it's like the way the fighting feels, it feels like you have time to be in the air and use gadgets or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Like it's
That'd be
air.
interesting.
It's air and ground combat. Well, this needs to be like very brutal. Just
it looked brutal. That's
ripping people apart combat, which it looked good.
It looked pretty brutal.
It looked good.
There's a lot of brutality in that.
Yeah. I hope they do the healing factor right with gameplay.
It'll be weird.
It's a hard like
It might be like focus. It might just be like focus on Spider-Man, where it's like you're just healing. You gotta remember, this has been being made before Spider-Man 2 was made. Technically, it all got weird. I don't know what happened, but
that's true. And obviously, it's not gonna have like you're not gonna die. It'll just be like, oh, you took enough damage that you can't heal quickly, and then you'll respawn, whatever. Yeah, because you're Wolverine, you're not gonna die.
it's more about the story. Look, the
Yeah, it's
gameplay
about
is
the
always
story.
going to be unrealistic to what would actually happen, right? Like when
Yeah.
I play Spider-Man 1, what actually happens is he beats everyone without getting shot a million times. But if I get shot a million times,
and then heal.
that's because gameplay thing, because it's not going to not get shot. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
But like in the story, the
Batman
canon,
is-
that's not
like
what
when
happened.
You're playing Arkham, it's going to take you longer than a few hours to beat the game 100%. But in the story of the game, it took a few hours to beat the game 100%.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm always way more lenient with like a gameplay system not making sense in the context of a
Yeah.
story
Not
when it's
making lore
gameplay.
sense, but like as long as it.
Like when I'm mag dumping people in Uncharted.
Yeah.
You kill about 1,000 people to get through an Uncharted story, and Nathan Drake's a bullet tank. you can play the game on brutal difficulty where you die in a bullet, but then you just want to die in real life. So,
Yeah.
I don't need Elden Ring every time where I'm dying in one hit. That sounds miserable.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just not
So,
fun.
maybe Wolverine will be good. I hope. Insomniac's giving me no reason really not to think that they can make a good game.
No.
Spider-Man 2 was like, it's alright. It's not great. It would have been better if the first game didn't exist. If the first game didn't exist, Spider-Man 2 would be like lit. Story wasn't quite as good, but that's because I'm able to compare it to the first game.
Yeah.
Miles Morales, it's alright.
It was a DLC.
It's
That's
a good
what it was.
DLC.
It's a good
It's
DLC.
a good DLC. So, you know what, Insomniac? You got an incredible, amazing game. You got like an I game, and you got another I game. So, if you can do it again, that'd be lit. Ghost of Yotai though. That's the next game up. Not counting Black Ops 7 beta, but
Mhm.
we gotta get that. We gotta buy that at some point. But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima sequel? That'll be fun. That comes out on the 2nd. So
I forget. Does it tie in or is it just totally unrelated?
doesn't seem like it. Some chick. that's the main character.
I was like, I
Some
didn't think
chick.
it tied in, but I wasn't sure.
I
if they
have
said anything.
genuinely not seen anything about the game other than when it was announced.
Yeah, I haven't paid attention since like the first announcement thing. But yeah.
I don't
hope
know.
it's-
First one's fun, so I imagine it's gonna be fun to play.
Yeah, I hope it's at least, even if the story's not as good, I hope the gameplay's fun. I hope the story's good.
I hope they don't try to do too much innovative. That's what screwed Insomniac with. I
Yeah.
don't know, too. They were trying to like innovate too much with stuff where it was like,
It's like,
if you peaked it in the first game, you kind of peaked it in the first game,
yeah, like if you did something really good in the first game, just do it again.
Like they didn't keep trying to make changes to free flow combat in Arkham.
No, they were like,
They just changed the story and the graphics.
Yeah, that's all that changed. And then
I mean, obviously they added.
they changed the
a couple of it,
gadgets, they
like
changed them around, but like
some of the Predator stuff. But
combat's
like,
the
it's like-
same. Fighting is the same. You spam X, you spam Y, you press B.
They focused on the story.
Yeah,
With the
yeah. They
with
focus
the
on
next game.
the fire story, and they keep the stuff that works. They change the stuff that doesn't. Learn from Arkham, people.
Hear that, James Gunn?
Learn from the Arkham video games. It's that simple.
All right. Yep. I think that's it. So
That's about it.
next week it'll be Peacemaker only for the next 3 weeks,
Oh, bro, no.
and talk about whatever news is coming out. So
Yeah.
we have that, and then I guess we're off till Wonder Man as far as actual shows coming out. So
Yeah. We'll have to do our. We'll do our.
Dude, I don't even know if we're gonna watch Wonder Man.
We'll do our. We might not, bro. I don't know. We'll do.
I don't know if
our-
I'm even gonna watch.
We'll do our Marvel tier list at some point. We'll do some debates.
Yeah, I'm almost done with Invincible. I'll probably finish it up in the next couple weeks. The worst part about if we do an Invincible debate is I have to rewatch it in order to prep my arguments for it.
And
I was impressed. I just gotta say this real quick. I was impressed that season 3, episode 1 managed to be the worst episode so far of Invincible. I was like, how are we this far in and we're still getting worse?
yeah, so I'm not gonna lie. When I watched season 3, most of it, I was like, "This isn't good."
Dude, the fact that it was the fact that these 2 lines are real. Someone stole the Declaration of Independence, which is a real line, and then every superhero in America has disappeared except 2. What kind of line is that? That's a real line written by someone. And then the main character got the one confirmation you would ever need before asking a girl out. That she is literally going to say yes. It's not even, and he's like tweaking about it for no. It's so stupid. But on top of that, Adam Eve's powers kind of ruined the whole show as a whole because it's like, why doesn't she just turn everyone into? Why doesn't
can't.
she just? Bro, she can though.
No,
she
she can't.
alters atoms.
No, she can't alter like people. She has neural blockers, basically.
Okay, alter the air around them.
It takes 24 episodes for her to use her powers in a way that doesn't piss me off, and she does it for like 10 seconds in a final fight, which she then loses like 5 seconds
Oh, it's gonna
later.
be- oh no, it's gonna be way worse if they make her power do something, bro. That's why you gotta put limits on characters, and you can't just hope people are gonna sit there and go, well, in the comics. It's
Yeah.
not in the comics, this is in the show.
Yeah.
But she turned an apple into gold. She freaking created coffee out of like water, so like it came out of nowhere or whatever it was. Like, you can't just do this, because then I'm just gonna be like, okay, why doesn't she just turn someone's heart into a brick? Why doesn't she just turn their feet into air so that they fall over and they can't fight anymore? It's like at least they throw in a dumb throwaway line of Invincible being like, I gotta hold back. So it's like, okay, cool. He's not that at least that covers for me being like, okay, just punch through him. With her, they don't got that. It's like there's way too many ways she could easily dismantle everyone, and it's just like they're just like, she's not gonna do it. Why? Because she's a dumbass.
Yeah.
In big Invincible news, the Pedo defending show has a song that's popular with it, written by Pedo. Well, all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Bro, there's also cuck parenting. That's crazy. Season 3 gets wild, bro. Yeah, people call this show peak.
If they follow the comics, it only gets crazier, bro.
That's awesome. That means it's somehow going to get worse. Season 4, episode 1, worst episode yet. Early prediction. This just I hate this show so much. I would rather become a James Gunn bro than become an Invincible fan at this point.
That's crazy.
Dude, it's so bad. It's so bad. At least Creature Commando episodes were 25 minutes long. These are an hour. Bro. All right. I got to go watch Invincible. I'm not going to watch it. I'll go back to season 3 at some point. Yeah. Okay. That's all we got. All links for everything down in the description. I got a new video out about Creature Commandos. If you're a big James Gunn fan, then maybe don't watch it. You probably won't like it that much. But if you're a normal person, could be enlightening if you're interested. So yeah. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Jake, you got anything?
That's all I got. We'll see you next week on Wednesday on my channel.
Alleged channel.
All right. We good? All right. Bye, everybody.